the reading wars are reminiscent of the Crusades, right? Of these religious belief systems fighting with each other.
Absolutely.
Right? So I ended up interviewing 100 or so scholars, and I sat across from the person who is responsible for the greatest amount of research in this field, who was the Czar of American Reading, right? Who reported to Congress for 3 decades, and all the presidents at that time worked for those directly for the presidents, right? At the National Institute of Health, right? Ran the National Institute of Child Health and Human Development branch that focused all the government money on reading research. And I said, so what we're talking about then is the majority of our children are having their lives all but faded by the difficulty they're encountering learning to relate to a technological artifact, to an archaic artifact. And he said, oh, you mean lousy teaching?
So the solution was to hire better teachers?
To train them in the ways that they were supposed to be trained.
Right. And the ways they were supposed to be trained was the war. That was those were the reading wars.
Yep.
Good luck.
I had a conversation with a guy by the name of Keith Stanovich, who was the chair of cognitive science for the country of Canada, one of the premier cognitive scientists in the world. After 3 or 4 hours of conversation with him, got to a similar spot, And what he said is that he really appreciated where I was framing all of this, but that once I got down to the correspondence between code confusion and reading difficulties, I had to be really careful because they didn't want to go there. They didn't want to go there because that's what caused whole language to get risen. And that's what caused the reading wars. And they're and all these people have been badly burned by decades of reading wars. And they just got the engine on the phonics train and they don't want it messed with.
Wow. Oh, wow.
That last part is a compilation of all of the experts. His point was, we've been badly burned. We don't want to go there. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
This is from a world-class scientist.
Wow.
Right? And that was the case with most of them. I'd get right to that edge, and that's where we'd have a problem.